You're adorable.
Can you moonwalk?
I think I can.
Okay, try. But I hold your mic? All right.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Whoa! That's a lot better than I can do.
I gotta give you a disclaimer. I like the
How you doing?
Look good. Very good. Thank you.
So you've risen to fame very, very quickly. You're working with tons of incredible artists. You've got tons of hit singles out. You were painting your own house yesterday?
Yeah. Oh, Twitter.
Yeah,
I wasn't doing it myself though. I was
okay.
like doing the decorating, but someone was painting my house. They kicked me out of my house because when they're putting it up, I'm like, it looks a little purple. I don't know. So they kicked me out and said, come back when it's done. But now it is a little too purple, and I think they'll be doing it again.
Keri, that was so funny how you looked at Devin because you're like, how did you know that?
Yeah.
Do you find that with Twitter that you forget to tweet things?
Yeah.
People are like, they know a lot of information, right?
I'm a very impulsive tweeter.
Are you?
Yeah. Especially when I'm angry or mad or upset or hurt.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever had to post a tweet and then kind of realize later on that you should probably take it down?
Yeah. Yeah, all the time.
Why don't you tell us about it?
Okay. You're gonna have to.
So, you're still living in Atlanta. You love it down there?
Yes, I do. It's home. I'm born and raised there, so I'll never leave Atlanta.
Now, you said that growing up there gave you a underdog mentality, especially with regards to your career. Why do you think that was?
I think that's just the energy of Atlanta. We always feel like we haven't done anything. We feel like there's more to do because we were looked down upon for so many years, especially creatively. And now that we're on top, it's still there. So we're full of overachievers, I guess. If you walk up to Usher, you walk up to Outkast, anybody who's really, really done something, all of TLC, and you know what their numbers were. All of them give you an air of that they're not accomplished, and it's great. Hey, I love you too. Thank you.
That's really
I
interesting.
love all of y'all, seriously.
It's really interesting though, especially when you talk about how artists quantify their own success.
Say it again, I'm sorry.
Interesting though, when you hear about Outkast, you hear about TLC, they sold millions of records, and they still feel like
they feel like they haven't done anything. And I guess I'm kind of the same. I really don't absorb things that I should. People say, well, what does it feel like that you won Best Artist? What does it feel like here, this and that? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm just forward thinking. I'm like, what else can I do? How else can I surprise myself and live my dreams?
I think that's a good way to live, though. Not like getting caught up in your own hype and then you don't have an ego. Then you're just a normal, down-to-earth person with a wicked career and is successful.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
And one of the things that interests me about your career is the fact that you were writing songs for other people before you became big.
Yeah.
A lot of people are doing that these days. Katy Perry do it, or used to do it. Lady Gaga does it.
Yeah.
What does it teach you about how to be an artist and how to be a songwriter? Because so many young songwriters, or not necessarily even songwriters, so many young artists kind of get propelled, and it is overwhelming.
Yeah, I guess it could be overwhelming, but this was my job for 8 or 9 years. So when you said it was a quick rise to fame, it really wasn't for me because there were so many, 12 years behind the scenes since my very first record deal. And for me, songwriting was my plan B. It was a thing that I really didn't know existed until well into my teens, late teens, like 19.
How does one become a professional songwriter? How did it happen to you?
I think it's just faith.
Yeah, there really is no protocol. There's no blueprint to any success. Whether you work in corporate or whether you want to, work your way up the McDonald's ladder, there's no blueprint. Whatever it is. So for me, it was hooking up with a reputable producer, Anthony Dent, who produced Survivor, Possession's Child, and so many in the R&B and pop world. So for me, that was it. I got my first placements under his tutelage, and it just kind of snowballed into my second placement ever was Kelly Rowland, third and fourth was Sierra and Usher, and
the rest is history, right?
Yeah, here you are.
I've often wondered though, when you're writing songs for other people and you do have aspirations to be an artist yourself,
yeah,
but you don't want to keep those songs for yourself.
No, you get content in your role as a songwriter. You know that it behooves you to sell these songs. This is how you make your living. And at the time, I stopped pursuing the artist thing. Of course, it was at the forefront of my dream always. But I'm a realist, and I realized that there are so many people after this same dream that it may not happen for me. So I had to pay some bills and just be a realist about the situation.
Purple Paint's expensive.
Hey, a lot of people can't write their own songs, right? A lot of people can't. Some people have great voices and have other people write songs for them. But
I can't say can't. A lot of people don't.
Or don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
But you can do both. So now that you have your career going, do you mind letting people write? Would you want someone to write a song for you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're
you know,
okay with
energy. I didn't write that in its entirety. Energy is one of those songs. There are a couple of songs on my album that I really had not much to do with other than putting my mojo on or changing this or that to make it a little more me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not against that because part of being an artist, like Whitney Houston and Mariah, you would swear that they wrote everything that they sang because it felt that great, right? But I mean, I think that's part of an artist is knowing how to take a song, someone else's words, and putting your own emotion into it. So yeah.
Got an audience question from Steve Brea. There you are.
Hi.
Hey, Steve.
Thanks. So, first off, can you give a shout out from Fatima?
Hey, sweet. Hi, Fatima. What's that? I like how you matched the mic. You did that on purpose.
So my question was, when you're done with music for whatever reason, is there one thing that you want people to remember you by? Like, what's going to be your legacy? Like Michael's moonwalk.
Wow. Wow, that's a great question. And you had to bring Mike into that because I am so minuscule compared to that. First of all, I never want to be done with music because after the artist thing is done, I want to be songwriting. Now, I guess when I'm dead is more appropriate. So, because I've lived music for as long as I've been alive. What do I want to be? Just a real person, a real humble person. I don't want people to ever idolize me or view me as superior. I want them to realize that I'm just like them. I just had a passion for something and pursued the hell out of it, if I can say that.
Yeah, you can.
And that's just it. I'm just a person like you who loves music and was blessed with the opportunity to do it.
Great answer.
Very well
Thank
said.
you.
We got a webcam question from Dubai, of all places. Wow.
Hi, Keri.
Hi.
I'm
Jealous of you right now.
I'm one of your biggest fans. I'm sorry my camera seems to have a problem.
Thank you.
Just a quick question before I ask you my real question. Are you ever planning to come to Dubai?
You said, when am I coming to Dubai?
Are you planning on coming?
Shoot. You got my plane ticket? I'll be there.
You can play a lot of private shows
I
in
want to
Dubai.
come.
I'll make sure I'll look that up.
Yeah, I know. They
A lot of money in
love,
Dubai. A lot of money.
I know. But besides that, like, I hear I have fans there. And I'd love to show up for them. So thank you very much. And I'm going to keep talking about, some promoter in Dubai. Have me out there. I'll come and enjoy myself, but perform too.
Do you have another question?
Yeah, actually I do. When you go on stage, do you find that you take on like an alter ego while performing?
I really don't. Everything that you see is just me. Maybe a little bit of an extension, like an exaggerated Keri Hilson, just because the real me. I'm pretty boring in real life. Yeah, I know y'all find that probably hard to believe, but I'm probably the most frugal and boring star you'll ever meet. Except I like to have fun and prank and all that. But I don't know. I mean, no, not really. No,
Because you do hear about artists like Beyonce, for example, talk about how she becomes Sasha Fierce.
Yeah.
She becomes a lot of so you don't feel that.
No, because I'm more about being me. I'm more about, I don't want to be anything, I don't ever want to assimilate for the world to accept me. I want them to love me for exactly who I am. And I'm not saying, no diss to anyone who has an alter ego, but that's what I give off. That's what I want to do. I have no character for the world.
Sounds like you had a lot of time to think this through before you became a pop star.
Maybe. I don't know.
We got tons more with Keri Hilson still to come. In the meantime, knock you down right here.